Yeah, welcome back. We're here with another one. Tons of fun in the mysterious maze. Mysterious magical tower, maze, tower maze. Whatever the fuck this event is called. Guys, welcome back to the Tower Theory. Today I'm talking about mana, I'm talking about love, I'm talking about vicious nature, and of course there'll be some gameplay, I suppose. Video games? Ew. This is my little Mysterious Tower guide, book, tale, plan, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and I won't delve too much into this gameplay because it is Dragon Quest and it is boring, but let me just get the little spiel out as we go on. It's basically a tower where you complete quest mysteries, if you will, on each floor. It is all solo, as we like to do, because I hate people, and basically you collect things, you collect pots, all that good stuff, and we're doing floors up to 15. In this one, I'll go ahead and give a little rundown of what the stupid little tricks and trades of each floor are, because it's pretty simple. Once again, it's just Dragon Quest, and you do one move on basically one enemy and you solve the thing. It's all battles. There's no real puzzles. I don't want to say it like that, but you know, there's nothing too overly in-depth or complicated. As you can see here, I'm about to die, so I'm running away from battle. You just gotta get to the white lines or the yellow lines there. But yeah, essentially, what we're doing in this one is this floor is floor 11, so you gotta use kamikaze. You gotta get kamikaze used on you and survive by a rock bomb. And then the next floor, we have a move called pratfall that you can use with the I think it's called the full moon ring. It's one of the rings. Anyways, you use that move, which you can synthesize. And then on the 13th floor, you have to get hit by a move by one of the enemies. I believe it's the silent move, whatever move seals your moves, the Hat Witch. And then for our last floor, floor 14, before the boss, you just have to use another move on, I forget what the name of the cat enemies are, but on those guys, the goofy striped cats that look like they're from Wizard of Oz. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So, moving on to our more pertinent topics at hand, what the fucking title says in shit. What we're doing today is basically talking about more of my theory. I like to analogize the world as an MMO because it really is an MMO, and we are all solo questing because the world is shit. Party Finder is shit. The world is full of liars and deceivers, and it's just like RuneScape where the one guy takes you behind, you know, the fucking castle and was like, I'll give you free gold. Here, drop this. There was no free gold. There was no free gold, and I lost my character. But anyways. Mana. Guys, MP is basically your love. Love is mana, and mana is love. Essentially. And this is, I feel, like the energy force of the universe. And why so many fantasy novels base their power system on is because it's what the power system of this very planet we live on is based on. That's what Cloud is based on. That's what politicians are based on. It is all love. And the problem with it is that it's just a tool. And what can tools do, my friend? Yeah, you know what tools can do. You know what tools can do. They can kill. They can deceive. They can seduce. All those fun things, you know? If you use your magical tool of persuasion, interacted with love, it can convince people of some pretty crazy things. Okay, so once he starts grinning, he's basically gonna kamikaze your ass. It's probably when you should start running, but I'm very stupid, so I'm taking it to the dome. But yeah, essentially love in the mana is it's a funny thing. It's a funny thing because I feel like a lot of people discount the fact that, you know, you can equate all of this bullshit that all these people do to you to just a quantified amount of power they have acquired through their love. That's essentially about it, man. And the funny thing about love or mana or MP is that, you know, like most games, you have like a little cap, a capacity essentially here. Well, we have like a little bit more than 67 we can hold right now, right? You know, we have a maximum for love. You know, you can't really hold too much else. But especially with the way love is used in the world, there really is no cap. And if there is a cap, then this stupid MMO is metagamed so harshly that there are just maximum capacity love builds that are super easy to craft, you know? You just need to sacrifice all morality. Pretty easy, you know? Who cares about that shit? Morality? Drake? Who gives a shit about that? Who gives a shit about that? Right? And so, because of this, love, aka MP, gets easily corroborated into hate. Because of course, you know, if you use it like that, it's gonna seem like it is hate, even though you are just using love offensively. Offensive love, yeah, we'll call it that. We'll call it that. Offensive MP usage, because you know you don't have to just use your love to heal people, you know, to aid others. You don't have to. You don't have to. And oftentimes, if you want more of the, you know, the goods to produce more love, you know, so you can help more people, quote unquote, whatever you're doing with the love, who cares, right? But if you want more of it, oftentimes the best way to get more love is by, you know, implicitly deducing all those horrible tactics that I talked about. But, you know, that's not the all in short of it, okay? So, us regular people, I hope you're a regular person if you're watching this, I don't know, man. Trying to cater to the normies a little bit here. As you can tell, I'm not exactly the most uniform tool in the shed. We'll call it like that. But if you're a regular person here who doesn't try to, you know, rule over or force your way into the world with an iron fist, then you understand that you're gonna have a capacity for love. You know, you don't want people to love you too much. It feels weird. You know, you go to bed at night and you're like, oh man, I'm so tired, and you wake up in the morning with like a full love stack, and that's just how the natural way of the world should work. But we introduce these things, such as the internet, such as, you know, cloud forming, the corporate ladder structure, and the systematic distribution of knowledge, information, the information pipeline essentially, has allowed people to, I suppose, pocket-size segment off their mana and use that to siphon mana from others. And it's like, no, look at me, I'm giving you so much mana. It's like me, man. It's like these videos. These are dead videos. This is dead content. If I were a certain kind of person, I'd be like, oh guys, it's so hard to make the videos. I need to siphon love from you. Please donate money to this because all my funds are gone and I don't have a house anymore. And all of this stuff is kind of true. You know, I would like money. I do not have a house. But guys, I'm knowledgeable enough to know, you know, that love like that siphoned off is just an act. And I'm a very good actor. I could do this shit for a long time, but I'd rather not. The thing about acting is that taking the mask off is the best part of it, you know? At the end of the day, I love to perform. I love to do the thing. But the way you gain the copious amounts of love that are usually at the top in a quick fashion, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do it the normal way. It's just, obviously, because of the information pipeline, it's becoming a lot harder to do it. Siphon off others' mana, because people are just more aware, you know? People are just more aware of the deceitfulness and the awful nature of humans. So, very, very fearful of unknown things, unknown objects, and siphoning off MP mana from those who are unawares is easily done through fear. But that's not what I'm going to interact with. That's not what I'm going to interact with. Like if I was an unknown person, I could just induce fear in some way, you know, and siphon the mana from any individual. It's sort of a catch-all, be-all spell of, you know, the media, the political agendas, whatever you want to call them, but a catch-all. That is the I win button, if you will. And if you rely on a strat like this, I can't blame you. We all have to make money somewhere. But if you rely on a strat like this, you know it's definitely not foolproof. It's definitely not eternal, everlasting. The only thing that this will bring you everlasting love is to authentically enjoy it, you know, and give what is truly yours. The problem with this fear stuff is a lot of the MP moves you can use that interact with fear. It's not actually yours, you know. It's a spell you're concocting. You know, of course, I could get on here and show you guys my real fears, but I'm wise enough to know that just pushing, you know, that kind of stuff off without a sort of a springboard will just come back onto me. I know how energy works. It is neither destroyed nor created. It's just cycled around. It's just swirled, okay? So, if I want this to become a good space, siphoning off fears like that, siphoning off the, oh, I'm not going to be here any longer, or I need this from you, I need that from you, and interact with the fear, and siphon me off with love, and do all this. It's really a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, you're always going to be on that striving nature. But a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of people don't fall into the traps, but a lot of people do. And so we have our, once again, little bit of a disingenuous media cycle. You know, structure, system. You know, the propagandized nature of the West, certain parts of the Middle East and whatnot. It's all a result of just mana siphoning gone overboard. You know, the love of the people truly is the final, you know, final form currency of the world. The love of the people. That's really all you need to do anything. And it's so sad that people don't realize this and don't start interacting with the actual facts of the situation, you know, the history of people who have said similar things, because history truly does repeat itself because of this small fact that people discount other people's mana, and they also just discount the fact that they have mana too. You know, like, your love matters. And that's why I really don't want to, now that I'm at this stage, I really don't want to siphon off any more mana. You know, I really was, you know, dedicated to getting those subscribers earlier on in this year because I wanted to get to 50, because I really wanted to stream. And now that I've streamed, I'm sad because I have no more goals. You know what I mean? And it's like, you have to realize that is the end all be all of all of the chasing, all of the striving for more of, you know, what you basically should already have given at birth, because we're not going anywhere. What really sucks about life, what really pisses me off about God and all this holy religious stuff is that we are born, we are set up, you know, essentially on our path automatically. You know, free will is a complete lie. And we're moving on different ways along this path, essentially, and being convinced and pulled on every which way in direction, you know, using all of our mana constantly, thinking, oh yeah, it's going towards this, so it's good, it's going towards this, it's good, when in reality, none of it really matters. And just like a lot of these video games I play, I realize that I just have to enjoy those moments. That's it. That's what life is. It's the right now. I have to have fun while recording these videos. You know, and what's funny about these video games is they sort of train us in the opposite direction. You know, like, you have to use all your mana optimally. You have to use your MP potions perfectly. You don't waste that soma. It heals health too, so you gotta wait to use it to the and in real life, it's just like, use your fucking mana, man. Use it. Okay, please. Please. If you don't, you know, if you're all optimal and structured, I often am surprised by the fact that most people with a strict regime or schedule, you know, at the end of the day, eventually just start getting pissed off at themselves for being so uniform. You know, you gotta split it up, you gotta break it up, and taking chances is where we truly live in life. Surprisingly enough, taking those chances. Going out on a limb and being like, you know what, this is kind of a dumb idea. You know what, this might not work. You know what, this person's probably not good for me, but I'm gonna try it anyways. And you're gonna get fucked over a lot, and you're gonna get betrayed a lot, but if you just... And this really pisses me off about life. This is what really disturbs me, because I feel like it's not really religion or God or Jesus or anybody that does this, for the matter. It's just our humanistic nature to think that we belong or deserve or entitled to have it all. And the only way you're gonna have it all is if you give it all. And I know, me personally, I'm not willing to do that, you know? And so, like I said, the main way to really enjoy the love and just give all your MP and really be quote-unquote efficient, but it's not really being efficient, it's just wasting all the shit, which you should. You should waste all your MP every day. I guarantee you'll be way happier. the end all drawback of this is you just have to lower your desire. So that if you waste your, if you quote unquote waste your MP and it blows up in your face and you end up with less, you're okay because you didn't have that much desire in the first place. And I suppose, God, this is a weird way to look at it, but I suppose the internet's kind of helping us do that. You know, we're all frying our dopamine receptors, right? So I suppose at the end of the day, if you fry them enough and then you eventually don't care about anything, then you know that's what they want, right? Fantastic, fantastic. Now I can't feel shit. Now my dick don't work. Great, I love that. And then we all just kill ourselves. I don't know what the solution really is, guys. But I know if we don't start looking at things at their logical conclusion and seeing them all the way through, they're not gonna get anywhere, you know? And of course, that's the main thing that keeps me alive. It's just moving. It's just getting to places. It is traveling to different lands. That's why I love the movement sections of RPGs or animes or this game in general. You know, I unlock a new world map, I'm happy. I'm so happy. I unlock a new dungeon, I'm happy. I'm so happy. It's like that because I know that a lot of my life, the only thing that's really saved me is movement. If I stay in one spot for too long, if I think about one person for too long, if I wallow on one decision for too long, it starts to get to me. The fact that I really don't belong here, and I really don't want to be here, and I really have no place being here with the thoughts that I have in my mind, which will probably never come out because, you know, that's just the kind of guy I am. I value pretty much nothing but respect, peace, and privacy. And because of that, I tend to keep a lot to myself nowadays. I just know how those 3 a.m. chats end up. I know how my mind ends up. I really don't know where the other people in my life, you know, that I've emotionally fucked over are, because I've had to, you know, I've had to disconnect from that. It really screws me up. This is a 100% me problem. Okay, all my relationships failed because of me, and I just know, personally, I don't want to change. Personally, I feel fine. Like I said, I love these moments. I love making these videos. I love making this stupid music. I love playing this stupid game. I love the stupid graphics and the stupid mashups and the stupid references and the stupid way I say stupid. Stupid. But, you know, the self-deprecation I know can be a little annoying, so I'll try to tone it down. I just think you can't take stuff so seriously. Like a lot of people have the desire, you know, and this is the one thing, you know, of course I value respect, but, you know, I value respect in the way that I golden rule it, you know, that I want to give it at all times. And if I don't get it, it's fine. So disrespecting myself in that way and just being like, yeah, it's my art. Yes, I am proud of it, but it's stupid. You know, it is like literally retarded. And this is why I make songs like this and I don't actually try super hard to make really amazing music. You know, I'll try super hard to make really amazing music when it's for someone. You know, I'll try to fit it to whatever they want. And as a matter of fact, I have. And some people like that, some people don't, but whatever, it's fine. It makes the money, you know, it puts things onto things. That's all I really fucking care about. But the fact of the matter is, my privacy and my peace come from the fact that I'm not bending over backwards trying to siphon off MP from other people. I just know if I use all my MP today, I'm gonna get it back tomorrow. I'm gonna get it back tomorrow because I don't fucking care. And I just think it's so sad that this is like the way the world trains us to be. Like why? Why are we trained to not care? Caring is so fun. It's so fun. Like, I'm not gonna act like I went through my whole, first 25 or so years of life caring all the time and it was horrible. It wasn't horrible, you know? Of course, the results that I got from it may seem horrible to some people. To some. Especially some that I refuse to talk to now. But for me, personally, I don't think it's a bad experience. I don't. Every time I got fired, every time I got betrayed, you know, every time people make fun of me behind my back, you know, every time people give me a favor and then say, oh, but you got to pay this back, you know, all the weirdo times, you know, even the very recent times that things have gone just not badly, but just sideways. I just realize I'm reacting to it differently and it's just causing me, you know, different results. And I think that's very good. I think that's very good. You know, I'm noticing a lot of things, a lot of quote unquote problems that have just stumbled upon my path. This holy year of truth, 2025. I'm just like, but is it a problem though? I have money for Postmates. I have a weight, you know? I can do push-ups. I can take a walk. I got a neighborhood. What else do I fucking need? Really? What else do I fucking need? You know, of course, things would be nice, you know, talking to someone, you know, having a conversation with somebody who loves me, who's not my mother. That would be good. But like I said, man, peace, privacy, and respect, they don't come to those who just, you know, openly give everything to anyone. You have to take a lot of actions though, and I'm liking the fact that I've just decided, hey man, just go with what you've done your entire life. I don't think I've spent one day. Probably not. I probably have to like try to spend one day off of YouTube, not watching a video, not listening to a podcast, not listening to music. I probably have to really fucking try, and I watch a lot of gaming content too, but. Yeah, it's funny that I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just do this. I'm like, I'm on it all day. I know how videos work. I know what people like to watch. I know what I would like to watch. And it's similar things to this. I feel like people don't really truly combine the gaming content with the introspective content when it's like, why? We all just think all day. We all just make decisions constantly all day, and nobody wants to like truly bring it in and be like, guys, the whole fucking world is a video game. And I think it's because we're a little too meta involved. Some people are like so lost that they think the anime girls really are real, and yeah, I feel like the tetraethyl lead is really getting to people, man. I feel like our schools are kind of failing us. But I want more people to realize this. I really do. I feel like it's helpful information to just know that all this bullshit that people are telling us about, you compare it to a video game, you compare it to an anime, and it actually starts to like, the fog starts to clear, and you're like, holy shit, I kind of get it. I kind of understand. So I think this time our boss it's either the bird, no, it's the wizard, right? It's the wizard, and I think his gimmick is essentially, oh, excuse me, you gotta push him out of the magic circles that he makes. So you really don't get to use the sumo of the game too much until you get like a weight-based class like the paladin, and you get a good weight accessory. Of course, the paladin has the weight buff that they do and whatnot, but the sumo throughout maybe like the first 3 versions or so really isn't helpful. So this is a really good sumo tutorial for you if you didn't really use it. I'd say sumo really starts getting helpful in, you know, the party-based battles and essentially version 5 and onward, because there becomes a couple of really interesting bosses, flying enemies and whatnot, that interact with the pushing in a weird way. But yeah, it's a cool concept here, and one that we really need to lock in on, because I'd say a lot of the world is really based on this. I think I've mentioned this before. But let me go back to my analogy. The world is also like Dragon Quest, where it is not turn-based, it is time-based. So if you look at it that way, then it makes sense why all of the richest in the world are kind of fucking idiots, because somebody like me, somebody like you possibly, we like to take time with our decisions. Now, and it's not because I want to win so badly, it's because I don't want other people to lose. I know that's a stupid outlook to have, and it's pissed me off before that I still do this, but at the same time, it's just me, man. It's just my natural instincts, and what really sucks about us, guys, like I've said, you're never gonna really get away from your natural instincts. It's just like that stupid Family Guy skit, where the guy's running away, I think it's like Matthew McConaughey, and he's like, "You can't catch me, gay thoughts!" And I'm like, bro, it's so funny, because it's like they're his thoughts, like they're always gonna be with him. But you know, that's the thing, man. If you have gay thoughts, you might be a little gay, but that doesn't make you full gay. You're just like a little gay. You know, it's okay. And the problem is, people who are a little gay aren't comfortable around any of their friends, because they're just like slightly gay, and none of their friends are gonna admit it. And you know, it's all a perpetuating cycle of all this bullshit. And once again, man, love, aka, you know, love for your bro, whatever, man, it's just MP. It's just a tool. It has no gender or assignment or specific catering. You know, it's like you can give that love to your mom, you can give it to your bro, you can give it to your girlfriend. Okay, it's just an MP bar. It's just an MP bar, and people don't view it that way. For some reason, they all think I have to give this kind of love to this person and this kind of love to this person and this kind, and you can. It's just not gonna allow you to win, and nobody's gonna respect your ass. That one person. Sadly, we only respect the people who feel like they penetrate existence. You know, they don't swerve around it. They don't jellywig the shit, you know? Shout out to Ludwig. They don't amorphize to whatever the fuck happens in their life. They give authentically whatever they have. And whatever you have is usually whatever you feel like. You know, we all wake up with different MP levels. Sometimes I want to give a lot. Sometimes I want to give a little. But the problem with me, and problem with a lot of people who are smart and like to make these decisions, you think giving these people these catered versions of your love is logical, and it's not. It's actually very stupid. It's actually very retarded. Because the problem with relationships and the problem with friendships and loving someone in general is that if you bring your MP level down, or you change it, or you alter the potion, or you use a different move, people notice. People notice. And oftentimes we don't explain our love, because how would you explain your love? How do you explain an action taken, you know, using MP to slay your monsters? It's like me commentating on this game. It's like, not like I hate, you know, commentators on the game who just talk about the game or whatever, but I feel like if I did that, I'd probably blow my fucking brains out. It's like, oh yes, I am using the defense move now. Oh yes, let me go block this. Oh, let me do this move now. Oh, I have to use this one to activate this buff. And I do that sometimes. I definitely do that sometimes. But for me, as a viewer, I would blow my fucking brains out. And as a doer of it, I would blow my fucking brains out. It's just not what I want to do. It's not the love I want to give. And you have to remember that if you do this with your friends or family or whatever, and then suddenly you decide to be like me and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give love like him now, people are gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing, man? What the fuck is this guy doing? I'm not used to this love. And that's what sucks about relationships, man. They don't respect the change. They don't respect the evolution. And that's what we're all gonna do. That's what we're all gonna do as guys. I feel like women should probably do this too, but that's just me. I feel like just growing in general is how you stay youthful. It's how you stay healthy. It's how you live the lifelong process of life. You keep learning, you keep gaining skills, and you treat all the nostalgia that you witnessed as a child as a baseboard for what you're going to learn for the future. Because that's what it's supposed to be used for. Everything you experience from like 14 like 21, I suppose. That's supposed to be used to sort of solidify, be the foundation for what you learn in the future. Because the way all of this, you know, art, structure, internet content is built is on human consciousness, on the human experience. And of course, with AI coming through, it's about to be built on the human robot experience, which is a little different, but is also trained on the human experience. That's why you get the uncanny valley effect, because it's not really human, this AI shit. It's not really human. And a lot of it, if you watch the kind of AI stuff that I watch, a lot of it is training you to become a fucking robot. Now, is that a bad thing? I don't think so. Because, honestly, a lot of human content I was watching before was also training me to be a robot. And I don't think not having robots is the way to save society. Like, we need robots. We need this crazy amount of efficiency because of the way the world structures now. I'm not saying that, you know, people like me were even bad to have in the workplace or back in the day, or they shouldn't be around or whatever. I'm just saying that I'm fucking sick of the shit. I'm sick of the shit because I just know what I need to do, and it's bullshit. So I don't want to do it. You know, and it's frustrating to me. It should be frustrating to you when just like the path forward is there, but you know, you're taking the long way because you know in your heart, in your crocodile teared bosom, that getting there the fast way wouldn't even feel good. Wouldn't even feel fucking good. And it's so sad, man. But yeah, I just have to realize that what I like, you know, what's so pleasurable about this process right now is literally just these moments, just doing it. You know, I got video games over here on the TV, I got video games on the PC, I'm just yapping it out about all this stuff that I've literally just kept in my brain for so long that I never thought I would say. But yeah, and I have to understand that it may never get better than this. It may just stay here. I may just be lonely and annoyed for the rest of my life. You know, I may never even get a house. You know, I may start living in my car, and you know, all my parents will die or something. Who fucking knows? But I have to enjoy this moment and use all my goddamn mana. That's what everybody on their deathbed always says. They're always like, man, I had so much mana that one day and I didn't use it. Or man, I had so much mana for this one, I didn't use it. You know, that's you at the end of every JRPG, man. You're just like, fuck, all these health potions. I saved all my items. I know I have that meme somewhere. I might throw it in the video if I care about editing. But I have that meme somewhere with Captain America. He's like, so, you got to the final boss and you didn't use any of your items. But that's how it is on your deathbed, man. And that's all you really need to worry about. People are so stressed out. Well, maybe not everybody, but just people who consciously think about things are so stressed out about making the right move. And I'm just telling you, man, there is no fucking right move. Everything's shit. Everything's retarded. Everything's gay. People will betray you for no other reason than your love changed. It may have been a good change, it may have been a bad change, but it changed. Oh shit, it changed. So now I have the license to change as well. Ha 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 ha. And I don't want you guys to think that doing something like this, just having goals or whatever, is really going to cure you. It's not. It's just going to keep you here longer, you know? So if you really want to spite some people, then, you know, be my fucking guest. Be my fucking guest. But I'm not in that realm. I'm just telling you that if you are in that realm, there's probably a good reason for it, you know? There's probably some people that deserve it, and, you know, if you really want to stick it to the man, you could either win or you could lose. No, that's the end and all and short of it. But laying in bed and doing nothing will get you nowhere and will just leave you slowly wallowing in more pain. So actions is all I have for you, man. Actions is the only advice I have for you. And if you're looking for art advice, I'd say my best art advice is to never take art advice from anyone ever and do whatever the fuck you want. Because honestly, man, this art shit is going out the fucking window. Commercial rap is going out the fucking window. Commercial music is going out the fucking window. Because who cares about how the sausage is made? Nobody does. So we'll let the AI do it. Sad but true. I hope we all continue to keep giving love, but monetizing it may not be an option in the future. This has been your Dystopian Koopa, and I will see you next time.
Tryna make a nigga tell. Fuck about a nigga face. Already made well. DQX.